In this video, I am ranking every single Claude Code command based on how much you'll actually use it. Did you know you could order all these stickers? I'm splitting them up into 10 tiers so that I can take you from beginner to power user by the end of this video. Claude Code commands are extremely powerful and do everything from helping you get your system set up the right way the first time, all the way to managing entire teams of agents. They're super easy to access and most people never touch them. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Duncan Rogoff. I'm a former art director for brands like Apple, PlayStation, and Nissan, and I now run a six-figure AI agency. In under 12 months, I've grown a following of over 110,000 people, and I lead a community called The Build Room where more than 2,000 are already using AI to grow their audience and generate leads for their business in under 3 hours per week. Accessing the commands inside of Claude Code is super easy. All you have to do is type in the / and it'll bring up a list of every single command for you. But it's hard to know which one of these you should actually use. I guarantee you're going to find at least one command you want to start using immediately. These are the tier 1 commands, the non-negotiables that everyone must have. First is login. This is going to authenticate your Anthropic account. Just type this in, log in with your Anthropic name and password, and you can start using Claude Code. The doctor command. This is going to diagnose your installation and flag anything that might be broken before you even get started. Init or initialization. If you take away one thing from this video today, use this command before you do anything else. This is going to create your claude.md file. So Claude has persistent context and persistent memory about your project. So give it information on what tools and languages you use, what folders are off limits, how you like your code written, how much detail you want in answers, anything about your name, your business, your audience. Include it in here from the get-go. This will actually update over time. Config and settings, these do the same thing. This is going to open the settings UI to configure the theme, the model, and any of your output preferences. You can actually use light or dark mode. You can set which AI model you want to use by default. You can actually choose whether Claude is going to clean up its memory on its own or leave it up to you manually, and how much Claude explains what it's doing. Help. Everyone needs help sometimes. This is going to show you all of the available commands that we are going through today and basic guidance on how to use everything. So now that you're all set up, let's look at how to actually control Claude while it's running. Tier 2 has the core skills that you need to manage all of your sessions. Clear, reset, new, again, these all do the same thing, but this is going to wipe your conversation history and it's going to free up context for a fresh start. So if your system is starting to hallucinate or get a little bloated or feel slow or just weird, use one of these to get started fresh. Model, this one is super important. This is going to save you a lot on usage and token cost. So this is actually going to allow you to switch AI models mid-session. It's going to take effect immediately. Best practices, use Haiku for easy stuff. It is quick, it is cheap. Use Sonnet for pretty much everything. I mostly only use Sonnet. It's the sweet spot for most tasks. Use Opus. It's going to cost the most or have the most token usage, but it's the smartest model, good for complex tasks or multi-agent use. Cost. You can actually check how many tokens you've used and what it's costing you directly inside of Claude Code. Usage, same thing. This is going to display your plan limits and your current rate limit status. So how close are you to actually hitting the rate limit and being locked out of Claude Code? Permissions and allowed tools. This is going to show and control what tools and actions Claude is allowed to take. This is going to stop Claude for writing to certain folders if you don't want it to have access. It's going to prevent Claude from running terminal commands without your permission. Choose which file types Claude can actually change and protect your passwords and secret files. Compact is a little different than clear or reset. This is actually going to compress the conversation history to free up context without fully clearing it. So it will keep some of the most important pieces of your conversation. There will still be some context that exists. So use this when you want to switch to a new task without completely clearing the memory. So try this if Claude starts just like giving you worse answers. Context is going to visualize how full your context window is and warn you before it's actually a problem. Plan, I use this all the time. I recommend it. It's going to put Claude into planning mode so it actually thinks through the problem before it takes any sort of action. This is a great opportunity for you to have a back and forth with Claude to make sure that your plan is right so that you're not spending a lot of tokens executing on the wrong thing. So now you've got the session under control. Next up is what happens when Claude actually starts touching your code. Tier 3 is about actually building things and reviewing all of your work. The diff command is going to open up an interactive viewer to show you any uncommitted changes and what Claude changed per every turn. Rewind or checkpoint is going to roll the conversation and codebase back to a previous point in case you really got ahead of yourself and things just aren't working. Fork is actually going to branch the conversation at the current point so you can try different paths and explore different options. So use this before you do anything risky. You can try 2 different solutions at the same time. You can basically keep both versions of things that you're working on, nothing gets lost, and then merge it back together to get the best possible version. Memory is going to edit the claude-md file that you set up in the beginning, and is actually going to manage what Claude remembers across your sessions. So write down stuff that Claude keeps messing up, save rules that are specific to your project, and store the way you like things done so that Claude basically remembers your processes or best practices the more you advance through the systems. Security review, super important. This is going to scan any pending changes on your branch for vulnerabilities before you actually ship it. So Anthropic has actually built in a security review feature directly into Claude Code. I doubt most people are using this. It's going to find a place where bad guys could sneak in. It's going to catch any leaked passwords or login problems and just run this before every code review, not just big ones. The simplify command is actually going to have a big impact on your final output. This is going to spawn 3 parallel review agents to find code quality issues in recently changed files and fix them for you. So run this after you've had like a super big or long coding session before saving everything, and you can actually tell it what to focus on improving, like speed or memory. Now you can have a really clean, simple, optimized code base. Tasks is going to list and manage background tasks that Claude is actually running. So Claude will actually process a lot of things in the background, and this is a way for you to see what's actually going on. /BTW, this one is new and super impactful. This is going to let you ask a side question without polluting your main conversation context. So while Claude is like doing its thing and coding away, you can hit this command and have a side conversation with it while Claude keeps working, and it's not going to interrupt the flow. The debug command, everybody runs into issues. This is going to troubleshoot your current Claude Code session. It's going to read the entire session log, and you can actually optionally give it like a specific issue to focus on if you know exactly where you're having problems. So basically up until this point, you've been guiding Claude step by step. Next up is how you give it a full mission and just let it run. This is tier 4 to help you become a power user and expand Claude's capabilities. MCPs are huge. This is basically allows you to connect to and talk to all of your other third-party platforms. You can plug into tools like Notion, Slack, Google Drive. If a tool has an MCP server, Claude can use it. This is going to give Claude extra superpowers to interact with literally everything in your world. Batch. Likely not a lot of people are using this one either. If you give Claude a big job, this is going to split it into smaller tasks that all run at the same time. It's going to open up a separate pull request on GitHub for each one so that you can actually review every single change before it lands back in place. Some simple tasks you might use this for are making the same change across many files. It's also great for renaming things or adding a bunch of tests everywhere. The loop command. This one's also relatively new. This is going to run a prompt repeatedly on a set interval. This is really useful for polling any of your deploys or babysitting your PRs or schedule check-ins. So if you're in the middle of a heavy coding session, you can just set the loop to run every 5, 10, 15 minutes and have it just like check your code and make sure that there are no errors. A couple of other things it can do, you can check if a deployment finished every 5 minutes. You can keep retrying a test until it stops failing or watch an API until something changes. The claude-api command is going to load the API reference for your specific language. It's going to activate automatically when it detects the Anthropic SDK imports in your code. The plugin command, there is a whole library of plugins. This is going to install, remove, and manage any of the plugins that extend Claude Code's functionality, similar to MCPs or connectors or things like that. The agents command is going to manage agent configurations for multi-agent workflow, so basically how you want your agents set up and operating. Hooks are super powerful. This is going to configure automated actions that trigger on a specific tool event. So this can run your code checker every time a file is saved, get a ping when Claude finishes a task, or automatically run tests after Claude changes something. Reload plugins. This is going to reload all the active plugins instantly without having to restart Claude Code. So if you just added a new plugin and you don't want to restart your session, run this to load your new plugins. Skills, there are over 60,000 skills in the entire Claude Code ecosystem right now, and if you use this command, it's basically going to give you a list of all of the available skills that you've installed that Claude can draw on for any specialized or specific tasks. I have a whole video that covers some of my most used skills. If you want to check it out, I'll put it somewhere up here. So now that you know how to get Claude to do all the work, here's how to get it to output somewhere useful. This is tier 5, which is all about workflow and output. The export command, this is going to save the current conversation as a plain text file so you can reference it later or really anywhere else. Copy, this is going to copy the last response to the clipboard with a picker for individual code blocks. The PR comments command is going to fetch and display comments from a GitHub pull request in your current session so you know what people are talking about. Install the GitHub app. This is going to set up the Claude GitHub Actions integration for a repo. And if you don't know, Actions are basically a way for GitHub to run your command on a schedule that you set. Install the Slack app. You can install the Claude Slack app via OAuth so Claude can actually do work for you inside of Slack, which is crazy. If you spend your day inside VS Code or a terminal, you're gonna want to see this next part. This is tier 6. This is all about using IDEs and your environment. The IDE command, this is going to manage IDE integrations and show the connection status. The add-dir or directory command, this is going to add an additional working directory to your current session. The desktop or app command is going to move your current session into the Claude Code desktop app so you can pick it up over there. Terminal setup. This is going to configure terminal key bindings like using Shift plus Enter for terminals that support this. The keybindings command. This is going to open your keybindings config file so you can customize all of your shortcuts. Sandbox. This is going to toggle sandbox mode to run Claude in an isolated environment so it doesn't touch anything else. So now we've covered all the functional stuff. These next commands are about making the experience feel personalized to you. This is tier 7, which is all about personalization and just the cosmetics. You can actually change the theme using the theme command. This is going to change the color theme, including dark, light, and colorblind accessible options. The color command is going to set the prompt bar color for the current session. Status line is going to configure what Claude Code shows in your terminal status line. Vim is going to toggle between Vim and normal editing modes. So none of that actually changed what Claude outputs, but this next tier is about understanding what Claude has actually been doing. This is tier 8, which is informational and just kind of nice to have. The status command is going to open the status tab, showing you the version, the model, the account, and the connectivity status. Stats shows you a visual breakdown of your usage, session history, and streaks. Insights generates a report analyzing your Claude Code usage patterns and friction points. Release notes shows you the full changelog with the most recent version at the top. This is great if you're creating content and you want to stay up to date on Claude Code. Effort is going to set the model effort level from low to max, which is going to affect the speed and depth. So obviously lower the effort, the faster it's going to be, but it doesn't have to think too hard. And the higher the effort or max, you're going to use the full brain power for this session only, but it's going to take a lot longer. You can use the fast command to toggle fast mode on and off for quicker, lighter responses to save on token usage and costs. You can actually change your privacy settings. It's going to view and update your privacy settings. This is only available on Pro and Max plans. You'll probably never need most of these next ones, but when you do, nothing else will work. So these are really situational and rarely needed, but I just want you to know that they exist. The rename command. This is going to rename the current session and display it on the prompt bar. Resume or continue is going to reopen a previous session by ID, name, or picker. Remote control or RC, this is going to make your current session controllable from Claude AI remotely. So now you can talk to Claude Code like an AI employee. Remote-env is going to set the default remote environment for web-started sessions. Feedback or bug is going to submit feedback or a bug report to Anthropic directly through the terminal. So if you want to know where to go to get support, it's here. Extra usage is going to configure additional usage capacity so you keep working after you've already hit rate limits. This will cost you. If you got friends, use the passes command. This is going to let eligible accounts gift a free week of Claude Code to someone. The Chrome command configures the settings for the Claude in Chrome browser agent. So now you can actually have Claude Code taking actions directly in your browser. Mobile, iOS, Android, these are all going to show a QR code just to download the Claude mobile app. The upgrade command is great if you find yourself becoming a power user and start running into your usage limits. This is going to open the upgrade page to move to a higher plan tier. Log out. If you want out of there, this is going to sign you out of your Anthropic account. But remember, you're going to have to use the login command to log back in. Exit or quit is going to close Claude Code and get out of the session. And this brings us to the last two. Honestly, one of them doesn't even work anymore, and really the other one is just for ordering stickers. But hey, who doesn't like a sticker? So tier 10, skip these or they're deprecated. Review is deprecated, but now it's going to just point you to install the code review plugin instead. The stickers command, arguably the best command. This is going to order Claude Code stickers. That's it. That's the command. Did you know you could order all these stickers? If you made it this far and you're interested in using all these Claude Code commands plus all my resources to grow a highly profitable personal brand, just check the link in the description. If you want to see how I use Claude Code to grow my LinkedIn from 1,500 to over 10,000 followers in just a couple of months, check out this video right here. I'll see you over there.